or to this week's weekly vlog. I'll give you a super quick intro in case it's your first time stopping by the channel. Yes, my name is Dawn. I'm originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of England, and for I think 24 years I've been living in the Netherlands, just on the border of Amsterdam, and I live here with my partner Lawrence, who's from South Africa, and our sons Josh and William, and our little furry Parsons Terrier Jack. Yeah, I think that's it. So welcome. What can you expect from my videos? Well, I film just a little tiny snippet of my day, not every day, depends how I feel, and then it all sort of converges into a weekly vlog that I upload in real time every Sunday morning around 6 a.m. Central European time. I don't sit there and load it up. I schedule it in the YouTube Creator Studio. So, I also have another channel here on YouTube called The Woven Almanac. I'll put a link in the description box. I don't know if it's below, it depends on what device you're watching on. And that's a monthly podcast. Sometimes I do it bi-weekly. And it's all about all the crafty stuff that I've been up to in between podcasts. So I knit, crochet, sew, paint, jewellery make, cross stitch. I've got a very old doll house that I'm doing up, miniatures, you know, you name it, bit of a craftaholic. Anyway, what have we all been up to since the last vlog? I hope you're all well. I think I finished last week's vlog I was a little bit low. I've also been sporting a crazy headache that I just can't seem to shift. It's driving me bonkers. And I think it's a bit of a tension headache as well. So I've been doing all kinds of exercises, you know, stretching my neck out, stretching all my bone structure. I used to see an osteopath years ago, and a lot of the techniques that she did on me, I do on myself now. It's fine. I'm not dying from it. And you would have seen on the screen, it's Sunday. I didn't film anything yesterday. So Friday, when I finished the vlog, I stayed in. I just decided to have a little me day. And I think I was starting with the headache then. And then yesterday, I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't get dressed. I didn't even shower. I was really stinky, and gross. And I just didn't care. I was really not in the mood. It's not to say I didn't do anything. This tripod, I'm going to have to get a new tripod, sorry, both of them now. I just found this one. We've now got two tripods again. And this one, when it's got the camera in it, it gradually sort of starts going down. This one is the worst one. I need to order new ones. They're just basic tripods. Yeah, so I did a few things. I've caught up on some laundry. All my washing is almost done. I might actually peg some out today because it's quite nice outside, although I don't know if it's cold or not. Lawrence and William built, I bought some Billy bookcases for my craft room, my very messy craft room, not my studio, which is at the art centre near the house. I also have the box room, the little bedroom is like a craft room / home office. So they assembled them yesterday and put them upstairs for me. They're both full, and I've run out of space. So I think Lawrence said, I'm looking at the window, Lawrence said he was going to build my cloffice, my office in a closet today, and I have got a little bit more storage with that. So I think, you know, then I can sort of move work stuff and lock it away, laptops and stuff, and you know, and then just have my crafting space. And I've got a pegboard to hang on the wall, my scissors and stuff, sewing stuff, and what else? Oh yeah, and I have had these ancient plastic drawers. I think you get like 3 or 4 drawers. They're not so tall. I think they're like a metre high, if that. And I've had a set in my craft room for years, and there was like old acrylic wool in it that everything was piled on top of it. It was not nice wool. So I've emptied them with the view to throw them away, and I thought, actually no, because hopefully soon under my desk will be all the floor will be clear, and then oh sorry, my bracelet's come undone. And then I thought, well, actually 2 or 3 sets of those little plastic drawers would be great to sit under my my desk. I've got like an L-shaped desk. Sorry, I'm gonna bear with me. I should maybe talk about these at some point. These are all Pandora bracelets. I never take them off. The one that keeps coming undone, this is actually Lawrence bought this from Hong Kong years ago, and I don't recall seeing it over here. I don't actually need to undo it to take it off, but it's got an engraving on it. Yeah, the best is yet to come. Isn't it lovely? I don't have any charms on it. I just like the bangle, and then these are all the charms. It's not completely full. I don't like a full Pandora because I find them very rigid. I did have 2 full ones with gold charms, not all gold, and that's a whole story time. If you look back in previous vlogs, my child managed stole all my jewellery, so I've built these up. I think they're pretty much, I'm done now. I don't need them any fuller than they are. I like to have a bit of space in them. But I don't know, they're from all over the world. Well, all over the world. I mean, look, this is what Lawrence got me from Hong Kong. Another Chinese. That was on the bangle. And I've got things relating to England somewhere. I've got a little sailboat for sailing. Friends and family bought me these over the years. Little angel wing. Where is that? Oh yeah, a little soldier. I don't know if you can see it. This is actually, I love it, but it's a nuisance because it catches on everything. A little London bus. So I've got, oh yeah, a little Union Jack card. So don't forget where I do come from. So yeah, I don't know, if anybody's interested, let me know. Yeah, so William and Lawrence put the cupboards up. He said he will build my clothes today, and then he's just left to pick Joshua up. Joshua's been in Groningen all week, or no, the last half of the week, a fair while. He's been staying at his girlfriend's place, so we've not seen him. And then he's called Lawrence this morning, could he pick him up from the train station, because I don't think he's playing football, but his friend is playing football, so I think he's home for the weekend. So when he comes home, Lawrence said he'll build my closet, clothes, that can go upstairs. I don't think I'll be doing anything in it today. But yeah, you know, throughout the course of the week, you know, maybe I can do a few bits and bobs. Oh, the plastic drawers, that's what I was telling you, I lost track. I've got loads and loads of scrapbooking or journaling paper. So I said to Lawrence, actually, I might actually just give them a little makeover so they don't look like plastic drawers. And I might stick some paper on the front of them, like nice floral paper to go with the sort of theme of the craft room. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. He did say on the way out, maybe we could go out and drone. He wants to drone because it's not windy. It's beautiful today. So we'll see. I am dressed and showered. I've even put a bit of makeup on today, but I'm just in my don't know if you see, jogging bottoms, comfy. What have I spilt on me already? I don't know. I washed the frying pan, maybe it's something off that. You're perched on the end of my the arm of my sofa. Oh, the coffee tastes so good. I've been really busy this morning. I'm setting myself daily tasks. If I do them, I do, and if I don't, I don't. No pressure. And today's task was the delightful job of putting all the clean clothes from the laundry baskets away. And I had 4 of them. It wasn't all clothes, it was like towels, bedding, and so forth. I think I've done 90% of them. I'm absolutely exhausted now. Yesterday was the most bonkers heavy day. I'm feeling the effects of it today. So firstly, well, I had a quiet morning. I did a little bit more in my craft room. It's looking really good in there now. It's just a lot of sorting out to do. Lawrence has almost finished building my little closet office. I nearly dropped something then. My little crochet knitting notebook, you know, where you just tick off rows. I've got counters and everything, but I just love a good old-fashioned notebook. Anyway, I digress. So I just need some like baskets or boxes, you know, to actually, so I don't have things loose on the shelves rolling around. But yeah, hopefully it's finished soon. I think, oh, that reminds me, I need to buy a magnet. There was something missing off the door. Anyway, waffle. So I've done a little bit. I've done quite a lot over the course of the weekend as well. So I've got another 4 bin bags of rubbish, and I've been ruthless. Old bits of fabric that I was hanging on to because I thought it was nice. I'm not going to use this stuff. I've had it in my stash for years. Projects that I started 10 years ago, I'm not finishing it in the cheap acrylic, throw it away. So I've been pretty ruthless. Anyway, this morning I've done laundry. Joshua has also been having a really good clear out in his bedroom, and also accumulated a lot of rubbish, loads of laundry, which I said I'd do for him, and he wants to change a few things in his room that are just not working for him. So he's finishing college. I think he'll be home about between 1 and 2 this afternoon, and he asked me if I could go and look at some wallpaper with him. So I said I will, but then you have to load the car up with all the rubbish, and we're going to swing by the rubbish dump again. So he said, of course I'll do that. I think he wants to throw his old desk away as well, so that'll be good. And then you know, I'll see how I feel towards the end of the day. So yesterday, weird day. So in the morning I did a little bit in my craft room. Lawrence was working from home. In the afternoon, I had an appointment to go and see like the occupational health, which it's not in my town or city, so it's a motorway job. It was pouring down with rain. I got there was no parking, so it was all a little bit stressful. Luckily I did know the area, so you know, I was on kind of familiar ground. Anyway, then I met the he's a GP basically, the occupational health doctor. So I've seen like an assistant, like a mediator between me and the doctor, who sort of helps, you know, make a top level overview. The lady I'm dealing with, if there's something that she wants to flag as urgent, and she can fast track me to the doctor or whatever. Anyway, so it's standard in the Netherlands. It's quite well organised, so I'm very happy with it. The doctor was really nice guy. Had a very good conversation with him, but my gosh, it was heavy because yet again you're raking over things. And then I was going back to, you know, prior to being diagnosed with the sleep apnea, and it's heavy. I find that whole process just draining. Anyway, excuse me. The good news, is it good news? The good news is he's on he's of the exact same opinion as my own GP, my local doctor. So that's good. I'm just doing what I've been doing, basically. I told him that, you know, I'm trying to set myself these tasks that are not too overwhelming and that don't cost me a lot of energy, but they actually give me a little bit of gratification at the end of it, because that's also good, you know. So he said, very good, keep on doing it, be mindful, you know, because if it's a task that you get involved in or you're enjoying doing, you know, you might overspend your energy. So I said, yes, I have been guilty of doing that. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. Anyway, so the drive home, sorry, my joints are so sore this morning. That's also my cortisol levels must be through the roof, because I've now got pain in both my elbows and my feet and ankles. So that's also, my body's like, hello, Dawn, hello. I'm just saying that because I moved my arm and it's like, oh gosh. Anyway, so coming home, it's pouring down with rain, the traffic's bad. I've had a very heavy session with this doctor. You know, even going there, the journey was a little bit fraught. Not fraught. Listen, you know, I can get in my car and drive to another country on my own, no problem. I've driven to the UK on my own with Joshua when he was small. You know, not an issue. But at the moment, these kind of things are overwhelming. I'm just going to go back before I carry on with the story. Last week, I was in the car with William. I don't know if I told you this. And out of the blue, it came from absolutely nowhere. I was turning out from a road onto a main road, and my brain just could not figure out what side of the road I had to be on. I've lived here over 23 years. I know which side of the road I have to drive on. If you're not from the UK, if you're not familiar, in the UK we drive on a different side of the road than Europe, or most of Europe, except Ireland, the Republic of Ireland. They're the same way as the UK. Anyway, a lot of the Commonwealth countries also drive on the same side as the UK. And I just drew a blank. Luckily, I had William with me. I was dropping him off somewhere. And I had to ask William. William must have thought I'd lost my marbles. Now and again, I have that split moment where I'll get in the car and Lawrence has it. A lot of people who are used to driving on that side of the road, you know, they've learnt to drive on the other side of the road. You have those split-second moments, then you're like, oh yeah. But this wasn't a split-second moment. I just sat there. Must have been a good 2 minutes, and William was looking at me because there was no traffic. I think he thought he was just sat there, you know, waiting for me to pull out. And I said to him in the end, I said, William, don't panic. I'm okay. I've got a little bit of an issue. What side of the road do I have to be on? The poor kid then continued to tell me what side of the road I had to drive on all the way to where I was dropping him off. I was fine after that. I felt a bit insecure, but you know, that's where I'm up to at the moment. So come back to what happened yesterday. So I'm driving home. I'm shattered, you know, I'm shattered. I'm concentrating, traffic's bad. I get to the main road where I drive into like the little housing estate. Little, it's not little, where I live. Pull off the main road. As I'm rounding the corner, these 3 young men, they weren't very old. I'd say they were probably like under 20, definitely under 20. I'd say between maybe 16, 18 age, come running towards my car with hoods up, and 2 of them had their faces covered, running. I mean, like their life depended on it. One of them actually went flying, and he scrabbled and got up. And as I put my coffee down, as I'm driving like, and I'm going around a bend like this, watching my hands. So I'm driving like this, and they're running on the path like this. And the reason I was a bit shocked because the one who fell nearly fell in the road, and it felt like slow motion. So as we're doing this, so I turned the corner thinking, oh my gosh, what just happened? There's a man comes. So now I've turned the corner. I'm on the road, not far from where I live. And this guy, I could see him. He came running, and he was stood in the middle of the road. And instantly I knew something had happened. So I put my passenger window open and I said, has something happened? And he said, yeah. I said, was it young guys? He said, yeah. I went, I know where they went. And he was like, and I said, back there. And you could see he was like in shock. I went, jump in. So I did this whole Starsky and Hutch movement. I'm like, it's like a 3-point turn. Bombed it back to the main road. And then as we got to the main road, I looked to the right. There was a load of cars, so I couldn't have pulled out anyway. And I said, that's them. And there was two. One of them was running down the road. One of them was like just coming through the bushes. I think he was the one that fell. And one of them was at the bus stop. And so the guy just like, he leapt out of the car. He had no shoes on. And it was raining. I just said it was raining. Poor man, he was in a t-shirt and I think jeans or tracksuit bottoms, I don't know, and socks. And he just flew out of the car. And I saw the guy come out of the bushes. Sorry, I just got a message. He sort of ran at him, and then the guy was like this with his hands, and then he let go of him, and then he grabbed sorry, I keep getting messages. He grabbed the guy in the bus stop, and then there was some kind of exchange going on. But then I could have pulled out onto the road, but I'm staying there, so I was kind of blocking the traffic. But everybody else just stopped. Everybody was looking what was going on because it was quite shocking. I was beeping my horn, and then the guy, I saw he went into the bus stop, and then he come back. And then the other boy was acting all shifty. I shouted out the window, I said, he's one of them. And then the guy, and then he was like, you could see he was exhausted. I mean, my gosh, he ran. So anyway, come back to the car and I said, get back in my car, I'm going to take you home. And he was like, he couldn't even breathe. And he said, bless him, he said, I'm 53. I've not run like this since I was a child. I said, well, I'm 53 too. And I couldn't run like that if I tried. So I sort of made him laugh a bit, but he was shaking. And he explained to me that they'd put an iPhone, a very expensive one, for sale on like the Dutch kind of eBay auction online site. It's called Marktplaats. It's very common. Everybody loves Marktplaats over here. They'd put it, and it was €650, so it was a good iPhone. Arranged for them to come to the house to, see if they wanted it, buy it. His wife opened the door and it was these three guys, and he snatched the phone out of her hand and ran. So the guy had hit his wife screaming. And literally, as they were running, that's when I came around the corner. Anyway, thank goodness he got his phone back because, he said, I can't afford to lose that money. That's €650. It's a lot of money. And he was just like in total shock. He was shaking. Anyway, I said, I'm gonna drop you home. Don't worry. And he's like, oh, my feet are soaking. So I was chatting to him, just trying to sort of distract him because I thought he was gonna have a heart attack. Anyway, I pulled up by his house. His house is on a row, like a terrace, but like on a pathway with a green, so I couldn't drive to his front door, so I just pulled in the little parking lot. So I said, I'll just spin round, and then I saw his wife, I assume it's his wife, this lady, white as a ghost, pacing up and down, and you could see she just looked at the car, and she was in total shock. And then he said, oh, I'm sorry, can I give you a hug? I said, yeah, sure you can. So he gave me a hug, and he was like, oh, thank you. I said, it's okay. He said, just go and tell your wife what's happened. I said, I'm really happy you got your phone. Oh, I can't thank you enough. So literally, I sort of shoved him out the car and I sped off. So I don't know his name. He doesn't even know where I lived. I told him, I said, oh, it's right, I live over there, So I don't expect to hear from him again. But I got home and Lawrence, as I said, Lawrence was working from home. And he went, how did you get on? Meaning at the doctor's. And I said, oh my God, you don't even know what's just happened. So I told him. He was like, what? So then I put it on my Facebook last night, what had happened. And then one of my friends she was on her bike, saw these boys running and didn't realise what had happened. She hadn't seen me in the car. So anyway, I put it on Facebook just to warn people. How despicable. I think they probably They didn't seem to, they didn't have a plan, because it was clear they didn't know where they were going. Because if they ran out on that main road, it's like, it's a really, really long road. There's no off roads off it. So they'd have just been running and running for miles. Though if they'd have known what they were doing, they would have actually come into the estate and run. You'd have never have found them. So I think they've got a bus in, probably from Amsterdam, I would imagine. And they didn't have an escape plan, not expecting, Dawn to be driving around the corner and foiled their doorstep mugging. How awful. I'll probably call the title of this week's vlog Doorstep Mugging. Nobody panics. It is so shocking. Oh my gosh, have you ever foiled a mugging? I mean, I felt safe because I was in my car. I wouldn't have got out of the car. I mean, and this, I just wanted to help this poor guy. And I just wanted justice. Anyway, so I told Lawrence what happened. Then I told him about how it went to the doctors. At this point, I was, finished. So I spent the rest of my afternoon and evening sat on the sofa. I didn't do any knitting. I didn't do any crochet. I just sat here, staring at the TV. So the good news is, not good for you, but good for me. Married at First Sight. Australia is coming back next week. Because we've kind of not got anything to watch. I did watch White Lotus season 2. I pushed through and I did end up enjoying it at the end. And then I said to Lawrence, White Lotus season 3's out, but I didn't realise it's only coming out like a weekly episode. So we watched the first one and we said, okay, we'll give it a chance. So we can, but that's going to be, we might just leave that till the whole season's done with. But yeah, so we can watch Maths. One of our lovely viewers amongst us, who's in Australia, did message me a couple of weeks ago on Instagram to say, make sure you watch it when it comes to Europe, because it's like a doozy from the beginning. Can't wait. And then the other thing, I don't know if I'm going to do it now. I'm actually really, really tired. I think I might even just have a little nap on the sofa here. I'm on my own today. Nobody's in the house. But what I have been doing, I did this a couple of days ago, and I put it down. I've sort of lost my mojo. But if you remember, Jeanette bought me this yarn. She sent it at Christmas, but it was actually for my birthday, and it's it's attached to something. Oh, I've got the belly band here. I'll talk about all this on the podcast. When I went to Black Sheep Yarns with her and Karen, was it last year or the year before? Can't even remember. They had this out. It was brand new out, and I fell in love with this yarn, and she remembered, bless her. So she sent me some for my birthday, and it's this King Cole Yummy, and the shade is Pink Rose 4746. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. And she also sent oops, it's underneath you. Just found it. I've lost the pattern, but I'd stuck it in the ball, one of the balls of wool. So she sent me the pattern to make a blanket out of it. And actual fact, it's lovely. But I was thinking, I don't know if I would use the blanket. It's more like it's a baby blanket. That's what it's called, if you're interested. It's beautiful. I think it'll work up super quick, because this is a needle 6mm, or well, it doesn't give you the crochet hook size. No. Well, anyway, I thought, you know what, it's chenille, it's really chunky. I thought I'm just gonna crochet something. So I'm actually crocheting. I'm using a 6mm hook, and I'm making one of those floppy bunnies with it. I thought, doesn't that look lovely as a toy? And it's so soft. So I've done the head. I've not done the shaping with it yet. I've just popped the safety eyes in. So it needs to be shaped, and the nose will be there. And then drawing all my craft room clear out, I want to put like a core of pipe cleaners wrapped in wool in the neck and the head, so it's not as top heavy. So isn't it beautiful? incidentally, this rabbit will be called Rosebud, in case you want to know. So yeah, this is beautiful. I'm thinking, how many balls? This is the second ball. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye on how many balls it uses. I think Jeanette sent me 4 4 was enough for the blanket. So, but I've got a lot to do actually. Because if I remember, the ears on this are huge. So it might take about 3 balls. I'll let you know. I'll talk about this on the podcast. I'm not doing anything on this now. I can't concentrate to count, frankly. But these are the biggest parts, the head and the body. So I thought I'd just show that. Isn't it lovely? Oh, it's so soft. Really a fan of this yarn. Beautiful. Anyway, my coffee's going cold. So also, thank you. I was reading all the comments from last week's vlog, and, you know, you're so sweet and so kind. Thank you for taking the time to comment. I know a lot of you have also been struggling with, you know, health stuff, physical health, mental health, both. So, you know, you've shared some of your things with me. And I also think sharing things also makes it feel less overwhelming in your head. And then a lot of you have just said, you know, listen, take care. So, and I am going to carry on vlogging because I actually enjoy it. It's one of those daily, I'm not filming daily, but it's one of those tasks that I give myself. And also, you know, I'm not going to film myself fresh out of bed. So it kind of encourages me to, come on, Dawn, you know, brush your hair. I haven't brushed my hair. I've not brushed my hair. I've got a little tiny crocodile clip in the back. Who remembers when my fringe was this short? And now I can pin it back a little bit. Hurrah, that was so nice for the summer. So yeah, I've just pinned my hair back. I've obviously had a shower and put a little bit of makeup on. So it's helping me vlogging, you know. It is tiring. Oh my gosh, I've been waffling for over 20 minutes. I'm going to stop waffling now. But my gosh, what do you think of that telephone saga? How scary. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you? I hope not. Anyway, I'm going to drink my cold coffee. I'll see you in a while. Good morning. Oh my gosh, that sky is white. Oh, I'm just looking up. There's loads of like grey clouds in the sky, but there's a few little openings of blue sky. They did forecast it was going to be sunny and cloudy today, but not that cold. Not that hot. It's 7 degrees. So it's a bit warmer. I should have bought my sunglasses because this light is a bit intense. Anyway, I don't even remember the last time I had a chat with you. For you, it's a blink of an eye, but for me, it's days. What have I been up to? Well, I've been kind of busy. I've done bits and bobs in my craft room. So Lawrence has, the storage cupboards are in. My office desk is like 98% finished. It's just got a few things. Actually, no, I think it's finished. But then he needs to set it up, you know, like all my, you know, computer stuff. Because I run my, we've got Wi-Fi upstairs, but I run my internet off the LAN, off a cable, just because we've got amazingly fast internet where we live. We've got fiberglass. So anyway, fiber optics, sorry. As you can tell, I'm really struggling today. Yesterday, so I've been pottering it. I've done a bit in my craft room. Is it finished? No, it's not. I'm going to do a little tour of it. I mean, it's tiny, it's like a shoebox, but I'll just show you what we've been doing because I'm hoping to spend a lot more time in there crafting. And then Josh decided to clear his room out. And when I say clear it out, like he's gutted it. So I've been helping him with that, you know, like bit of cleaning and whatever. But as a result, he brought like a mountain of clothes down. So I've been trying to get on top of the washing, but I'm trying to do things that it's not too much because it, you know, I think on Monday I told you I went to see the doctor, And then I had that whole, you know, that poor lady was mugged on her doorstep, you know, and I think that literally that massive adrenaline rush, because it went over like a couple of hours, you know, like from the driving and the bad traffic and then no bargain and then the doctor and then the same coming home and then that, I think it really like whacked me up. But yesterday, and this is what I've got to be really careful of, and I know it, and I made the stupid mistake. Yesterday I woke up and I felt great, almost euphoric, you know, and I didn't read the signs, and I felt really good. And then so I did some cleaning. I've not done this for years, I even put some music on the sound bar we've got with the TV. Not loud, I wasn't bothering anybody, but I just felt, I was playing like 80s pop music. I just felt really upbeat. I did a load more washing, cleaned the bathroom, and I thought I was being careful, because I do, like, you know, I do a chore or half a chore, and then I'd sit down and have a coffee, you know, have a little read of the news on my phone. And this morning I've woke up like literally physically exhausted, but also mentally, you know, I've been really tearful today, like crying over Lord knows what. I have no idea, but I just, you know, I'm just feeling everything has just completely, the scales tipped right the other way again. So even though I thought I was being really careful, you know, with my energy levels, I wasn't careful enough. Anyway, today, so I'm on the way to the hairdressers. I almost cancelled, but I thought, you know what, put some makeup on. I've been showering, but I've just been in, you know, like jogging bottoms. So I thought, put some makeup on, get dressed, go out. I have to pop to the shops anyway. I don't have to, but I want to. I need to pick something up that I really would like to do. And I thought, just go. And I've got a crazy headache, like crazy headache. And it's, you know, sticking your head over the back of a sink's not going to help. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. And then also, I've had like a girls' dinner booked for months. We go to different houses. We all make something. This is a group of ladies. Actually, two of them go on my girls' trip with. That we were like daycare mummies together, you know, nursery mummies. So I've known them all for, you know, 20 years, 15 plus years. And anyway, it started. One of the ladies said she wasn't feeling well. She played by ear. Then another lady went in for like a minor procedure. It was a bit touch and go. Then the lady's house we were going to, she does like, you know, you've had a baby and you come out of hospital and you need some, you know, extra help. She does that. There isn't a word for it in England. Over in the Netherlands, it's kraamzorg. So, and then she just had word that one of the families that she's looking after. There's quite a bit of parking here. I want to go this one. What ring this one? She'd got word that one of the families that are on her books that she's working with, the lady's waters are broke. So she said, she messaged us all early this morning and said, listen, this is the situation. And I didn't say let's cancel, but I said I'm happy to reschedule. And one of my friends said, no, it's good for me, I'm on. And then we were all like in a dither. Ladies all at the same age, dithering. And one of our friends said, you know what, let's reschedule. She just made the call. So I'm a bit sad because I really wanted to see them. I've not seen them all together since last year. But sorry, the camera's wonky. But I feel relieved because I'm just so exhausted. And we've got a friend's 50th tomorrow. It's a surprise. But by the time this vlog's uploaded, it would have already have taken place. So I brought a hat with me just in case I've got like hair dye and I need to go to the shops before I go home, because once I'm home now I'm not leaving the house again. So yeah, we've got this surprise 50th tomorrow, and I was already, you know, I was overwhelmed by going to a party. That should be really good fun. You should be excited, looking forward to it. But I'm not at the moment. I'm not looking forward to anything apart from just everybody leaving the house and being on my own. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm not going to start crying. I think I'm over it now. Maybe I'll have a cry this afternoon. Who knows? Who knows? Well, anyway, that's where I'm up to. I'll come back on in a while, which will be in seconds for you. And we'll just wrap it up. And if there's anything else I forgot to tell you about, I'll do it then. Right, I'm bang on time. Got 2 minutes before my appointment. I'll see you in a while. Okay, I'm back. We've not done anything with my hair. I've had a hat on. But she just went over it with the dryer. I didn't have a trim or anything. I didn't want it. Had to pop. So my hairdresser is in the village. By the way, my head is pounding. I thought I was going to throw up when I got in just then, but I've got some fresh air. I'm going to have to drink and eat something. Yeah, my hairdresser is in our village centre, but it's not like on the main high street. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. So after I left there, my parking disc was up 2 hours. So I drove round to the other big main car park, which is on the canal. I filmed there loads of times. You can see the windmill from it. And then I needed to pop into like a drugstore. I'll show you why I needed to pop in there. Well, I didn't need to pop there, but anyway. Oh my gosh, I'm waffling. And then there was this shop there. I've no idea what nationality or, you know, cuisine it's selling. I can't remember the name of it now. And I thought, oh, I'm going to look there, because they always do at these sort of, you know, at this point, I didn't know if it was like Turkish or something. They had all fruit and vegetables on the front. And I thought, these, like the Turkish, Moroccan kind of shops in the Netherlands sell fantastic fruit and vegetables, like big and really good, and not stuff that you've got to sit on the windowsill for a week to ripen. And they had these pomegranates this big. I didn't buy, but I thought, oh, let me just go and have a look. Literally, as I walked in the doorway, what did they have? If you're from the UK, in particular the Northwest, you're going to laugh when you see this. Vimto. How crazy is that? We think it's like, this is Arabic writing, and it's in like the old glass. It wasn't cheap, it was nearly €5. So I didn't have a proper shopping bag with me, so I bought two. However long they have it for, we'll see. And then they also had, never seen this before, Kit Kat cereal. So I thought, well, we'll just get it and try. And then I'm going to have this for my lunch. They had massive in the Netherlands compared to the regular Dutch ones. Ripe, ready to eat now. Avocados. So I'm going to have avocado on toast. They were like 99, so €1 each. And then thought, I'm going to try this. I've seen this all over TikTok for ages, since last year, this Dubai chocolate. And they had some. Don't know what's in it. So we're going to try it later. Joshua's girlfriend's coming later. So what I did want to buy was, sorry, I'm rustling, acetone free nail polish. No, sorry, not acetone free nail polish. You need, if you want to strip the gel that you have in the salon, or gel polish in general, then you need the acetone. This is what you need to get soak off gel. And then all you do is you just roughly with a nail file just buff the top shine off your nails. And then I use like the cotton, oh sorry, I can't get my words out, the cotton eye makeup remover pads. I soak them in acetone nail polish remover, get some tinfoil, and then I just wrap my fingernail in, wrap it in, and then I leave them for I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, sometimes longer depending. And then I have like a cuticle scraper kind of thing, and then I just scrape it off, and then you just need to give it a light buff. So I'm going to try and take this off. I'm not going back to that salon. Firstly, I'm not really happy with the way they've been doing it lately. Two of the men who've been doing my nail, they do the nails nice, but they've got like, you can see they've got like a fungal infection in their nails and they don't wear gloves. I'm like, I'm not going there again. At first there was one guy did it and I was horrified, and then stupidly I didn't say anything, and then when I went back again another guy did it, and also with a dodgy fingernail. I thought, no, I'm done now. So I can do it myself. I've got not a UV, a LED light. So, and I have got gel polish, but I haven't got one that in a colour that I like. You know, it's like everyday stuff. So I'm going to file them right down short because they're very thin after wearing that solar polish for ages. And then they had an offer on in the same like drugstore. It was buy 2 for €15. And the only thing, it's a 3-step, but it is fine. It'll probably last a bit longer. It's this Clarissa is the brand. So I've got the base gel, base coat, and a top coat, which, you know, that'll go a long way. And then I thought I'm going to get 2 colours. So I've got this nice nude, and then I've got this like a pink sparkle. So I'm not. I'll do my nails at some point. I don't know, whenever I can be bothered doing them. What else? Oh gosh, my head is absolutely pumping. There's something else I was going to mention. It's gone out of my head. Before I went to the hairdressers, I pegged some washing out. The sun has indeed come out. I think on the way there I was telling you that there was some blue sky peeping through. So it's a bit overcast, but I think my washing will be partly dry. So I'm going to bring that in. And then, yeah, I need to just sit down and just decompress. I'm feeling very weird today, a bit funky. Right, I'm going to have some toast. I might have a drink of Vimto. And I'm just going to chill out before I start thinking about what the afternoon will bring. So, thanks again for tuning in. It's been a really chatty vlog, I think, this week. Not much sort of plinky plonk music and scenery. Maybe we'll see over the weekend if we do something, although I don't know. I think the sports season started now, so boys are both at football. I think Lawrence might be starting hockey soon, I think. Oh, is it Lawrence? Are you playing hockey on Sunday? Oh, he's umpiring on Sunday. How late? Oh, in the afternoon. Okay, I'll just cut my waffling off there. So what I was going to say is thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, please could you consider hitting the subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed spending some time with me. I hope it didn't upset you hearing about that horrible incident on Monday. I'm just focusing on, you know, just stress-free and trying to just stay on a good track. That's what I'm doing. So thanks again. Hope you're all well. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.